Hello guys, welcome back to the Coach Dave Le Mans Ultimate channel. So today we're doing another Create a Coach series episode where we're going to take you through COTA. We're going to show you a lap guide on how to do a lap around here, and then we're going to do some races as well on Le Mans Ultimate. Probably going to do two of them. They're 40-minute races, and this will be interesting because I'm going to show you two different ways to do the race, which can give you like more or less the same result, but you can probably gain a lot of more positions in a kind of sneaky way if you do it this way, but we'll get to that later. Anyways, let's jump into the lap guide. So if we go to the Delta app, I've got the lap time for you here. So it's a one. I got a this track is quite annoying to hot lap on, right? But I got a 153.2 with an optimal of 52.9. The lap was pretty clean though. Like I didn't really lock up or anything. Like it was a pretty clean lap, which is about, yeah, with about a second off the esports pace. This setup is a bit stiff, but it's a decent lap time. It's a decent lap time. So let's we'll jump into the replay now. 2 ticks. Where are we? Beautiful. All right. So I've got it ready for you. I've got 40 minutes, so a bit less than that, to show you how to do the track. And then, hey Red. Yes, mate, I practiced. Don't worry. I got the lap time down by about 2 seconds or something like that. Even more, actually. But, all right, let's start off. So, look, the final corner before you start the hot lap is pretty straightforward. All right, so we're just... It's pretty straightforward, right? You're just doing it like any other normal corner you would. There's no real trick to it. And let's just fast forward to the first corner. So, this track features 3 hairpins, and they're extremely annoying because the line that you take on them is so weird. It's very unconventional, and you can do sometimes you can find that you enter the corner the wrong way, but you still gain time. It's just they're very, very strange. But I'll show you how I did them. They seem to be on the pace the way I did them, so you know it should be a good guideline for you. So coming up to the first corner, right? The braking marker is just before the second green Rolex board on the right there, right? So you got 1, 2, 3. It's the one in the middle. So it's just before it, okay? You see, I'll go to hit the brakes here. Oop. Yeah, about here, more or less. You can see it's like, it's about, you hit 100% just before the second green Rolex board. So you can start braking like somewhere in between, okay? The two, if I zoom it out, you might be able to see it. You got one Rolex board there and one there, and it's about in between, okay? But then you hit 100% just before. So the goal here, right, is one, stay off this curb. All 3 of those hairpins have this kind of curb, and if you put the right side wheels on there, it's gonna make the front tires lock very easily. I just found it's better to just avoid them completely, okay? And I'll show you in normal speed. We're just going down to first gear. Like so. And when we reach the apex, you want to try and get it. It's not so much about hitting the apex. It's more where your car's facing on the exit, right? Because sometimes what you'll find is you can overshoot it a bit and you can gain time if you manage to get the car turned in enough, because it goes onto a flat straight, right? So if I show you the line here, I'm going to zoom it out. Again, it's a very technical corner. It's quite annoying, to be honest with you. Just try and get a good view for you here. So you see we down to first, and then we don't obsess over trying to open the corner up as much. We want to actually try and attack it more, like turn in earlier and attack it more. So if you see how we do it, and you'll see better on the Delta app when I show you. See, we attack it a lot earlier rather than going all the way out here. Like rather than, you know, trying to go all the way out here, like place if you can see my mouse, and then trying to straight line it, that just loses us time. You want to try and attack it more aggressively, and then you want to end up more or less like that, right? You can get, the main thing to avoid here is don't touch this orange sausage curb. Anything like on the curb, just next to it on the white line. I think I went for the white, I got the white line here. Yeah, I went more or less on the white line. Whatever, just the main thing is don't touch the orange curb here. That's going to lose all the time. It's quite harsh, the curb itself. It makes the car jump to the left kind of thing, right? So just, oops, sorry. So again, braking just before the second green roll export on the right, down to first, attack the corner quite aggressively, and then you want to just kind of have your car like this, right? Pointing towards the crowd, and then you can keep the wheel turning, get back on the power pretty much straight away, and then you open the steering wheel up, okay? So I'll show you guys in face cam. I've got to zoom it out quite a bit because to see the angle properly, you need to be zoomed out, right? So again, we come in, down to first gear, attack the corner quite heavily, and then see where the car is pointing. It's like, we're not pointing here. We've already got the car, it's like a late apex. We've got the car turned more to the left already. And then as we get on the throttle, we come out, and then we open all that track up, right? So now and I'll just show you guys on the Delta app too. So I'll show you a normal speed. So again, down to first gear, turn in, avoid the orange curb, and then power out, and then you can open the steering wheel quite early, okay? And then we'll flick over to the Delta app over here. Where are we? So I'll show you the first corner. Just here. And then we'll, I forgot to bring my mouse. It's all right. You can more or less see it. You can see the way we attack it, right? We come in and see there's all this space here, right? We don't go using all that track. We just take almost a narrow line, and go for a late apex. We attack the corner, right? And then as we reach the apex, pretty much as we reach it, we can go back on the throttle, and then we open up the steering wheel, okay? So now we'll head to the next corner. Now the trick here, right, is, again, the track plays a bit of a trick on you here. You don't want to be placing the car all the way to the left. It's unnecessary, right? You want to keep a somewhat tight line, but you're going to come to the middle of the track and then come back in. This is all flat, okay? So if you look at my car, we go out, but we don't go all the way out here. That's unnecessary. Just a little bit, enough to then cut back in. So it's more or less the middle of the track. If you see in cockpit view, it's about the middle of the track. And then we cut back in, right? Now we can use all this curb. If we zoom in here, you can use all the red and white curb, but don't place the right side wheels onto the solid red, because what will happen is the plank underneath the car will get caught on the curb and bottom out, and then it will cause you to understeer. You lose time, and the lap is over pretty much, basically. It ruins the lap, right? So I'll show you guys in normal speed, cockpit mode. So we've exited the corner, then we come out a little bit, not all the way, just to the middle, and then we hook back in. And then we get the right side tires on the red and white curb, but we don't go past that curb, okay? We don't go onto the solid red. And we keep it flat, like so, okay? This is the sector 1 is so technical. The rest of the track, not so much, but the first sector is crazy technical. It takes a lot of explanation, okay? So next part of the corner, so we've come in, right? We're flat. We reach this curb, okay? We need to then move over to the middle of the track again to then open up our entry into this next series of S's. You can lose so much time in this S's section. Like, it's crazy. It's the most technical part of the track, and if you get one thing wrong, it makes every other corner after that wrong, right? It's like 6 corners straight where you can't make a mistake, otherwise every other corner after that gets ruined for you, okay? So what you'll see here is we reach the curb, we come out to the middle of the track. We don't go all the way out to the right, again, unnecessary, just out to the middle, and then we cut back in again, right? Like so. And I'll show you guys, actually, I'll keep showing you in chase cam mode so you can see the line, and then I'll show you guys in cockpit mode, okay? Now we want to get the car just on the edge of this orange curb, but we don't want to cut it too much because that's going to bottom the car out, right? So you can see that if I just go slowly, see, we just get the wheels just on the edge of that curb, right? And then we're staying full throttle even after that curb. And what you'll find is that we can use, you see, we've got an orange curb here. We have an orange curb here. Then another one here, right? And then another one here. Actually, no, there's one, is there one over here? I thought there was one over, yeah, here. To the right, sorry. just here, right? And those are our guides of when we need to do something in this corner, in this series of corners, okay? So here we go. So the first one, we reached the first one. We go just past it, but just as we pass it, we go on the brakes down to 4th gear, but not too much, right? We downshift to 4th. Then we're turning in and we're aiming for the next curb, right? That orange curb there. Again, we don't go over it too much. You've got to keep your left side wheels within the white line. Just want to go on the curb a little bit, right? Down to 4th. See, we're just on it, right? And somehow that didn't invalidate the lap, but whatever. I didn't even get a warning for this one. So again, we're on this curb. Then it's time to go back on the throttle. Like, oh, actually a bit after. Yeah, okay, so we're coasting through here. So again, touch this curb, then brake. Base cam died. 1 second, sorry guys. I will just reload it quickly. Apologies. 1 second, 1 second. Deactivate. Activate. Good, okay, cool. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry. All right, back to it now. God, I'm glad it helps you, Jensen. This is a very technical track, so it needs explanation. Okay, so let's try this again. So we reach the first curb, just past it, stay full throttle, just past it. Then on the brakes, not too much. Down to 4th, go for the next corner, right, for the next curb, sorry. Then we keep a tight line. Then we aim for the next curb here. As we pass this next orange curb, we go on the throttle a little bit. See, back on the throttle. Then again, we're aiming somewhat for this orange curb. We used to be able to brake there, but now you can't do that anymore because the slip angle is not available anymore. So kind of just before it, right? We go on the brakes again a little bit. I'll just rewind it. It's basically as you reach the curb, right? Hit the brakes and then coast. And we let the car come out and then back in, right? Back on the throttle a little bit. You know, you're just keeping the speed up. Then aiming for this next bend in the curb. Back on the throttle. And then we come out and then back in. Again, it's very technical. I'll go through the entire series with you in cockpit mode, okay? Don't worry. And then we'll stop it there, all right? We'll stop it here. So now we'll go back to the start. Again, it's so technical, this section. Okay, so we've just cleared this corner, right? The first corner. Out to the middle, right? Then see we've got this orange curb here. Just past the curb. We just go past the curb, tap the brakes down to 4th, and then we're aiming to put the right wheel on this orange curb here on our right. We're aiming for that curb. We pass it. We're coasting, right? We're coasting here. Then we're aiming for the next one, right? And we see we tap the brakes. I tapped the brakes a little bit because I took a lot of speed in. Just depends how much speed you take when you enter, right? So we're aiming for this next curb here, the one on the left. We meet this curb, and as we pass it, we go back on or as we reach, we go back on the throttle, right? Now we're aiming for the next apex on our right here. It's basically dead ahead, okay? Then as we reach this curb, we tap the brake again, right? And we keep it in 3rd. And then instead of hugging this corner, the curve, we go out and come in like a V shape, yeah? We tap the brake and then we come, you see, as we leave the curb, we come out. We don't hug the curb. We come out a little bit to then hook back in. So you see again, and I put a little bit of throttle again. You just want to keep your speed up here. And then as we reach the curb again, we go back on the throttle and then we keep the wheel turned to the right. And then as we leave this curb, see how the curb ends and then starts again? See how it ends here? And then starts again, braking so hard on this track. Yeah, because it's bumpy. Yeah, true. You gotta brake earlier and then like smash the gears down to try and get the engine braking is really important. So see how this curb ends and then the next one starts. We aim to leave this curb as it ends and come out and then back in as this curb starts. As you see, we reach this curb, the end of this curb, we leave it, and then we're aiming to then touch this next curb as it starts again. Like so. Like that, okay? So if I go back into cockpit mode. Again, tap the brakes, V shape. Right, you can see here as well. Look at the track. See how it's clean there? Because the line is, you come out. So tap the brakes. Just a little bit, aim for this apex here. back on the throttle as the curb ends, go out and back in, and then aim to then touch this curb before we reach the next corner. But again, I'm just going to play it in the regular speed for you. So we're in 5th gear. Keep it in 5th gear. Brake 4th. First curb. 2nd curb. 3rd curb. Out. Come back in. 4th curb. Out. 5th curb. Okay? And then I'll show you quickly in Delta, because again, pretty technical. This is the hardest part of the track. If you can get this, you gain a lot of time, because a lot of people struggle on this one, right? Let me just zoom out. Where are we? We got here. It's a lot of practice, brother. Trust me, it's a lot of practice, but you get the hang of it. Okay, so we just left this one. So here, okay, let's just this. Just there. Okay, so you see, we go out. Then as we pass the first apex on the left there, you see, go on the brakes down to 4th gear. Not too heavy on the brake, just enough. About 50-something%. Reach the first curb. Then we aim for the next apex over here on the it'll be the left of the car. Right. Then back on the throttle. And as we reach this curb on the right, the next apex on the right, because the car's facing downwards, right? The car's facing this way. So on the right of the car, tap the brake again. Then again, look at the line. We don't hug the apex here. We go out and then in to open up the entry. Okay, we come out, bit of throttle. Then we go for the next apex, back on the throttle. Then we come out again, and then meet up with the next curb there. Okay. All right. Now let's get back to the replay. Yes, I just showed it. Here, I'll just show for you quickly, man. 1 second. I've just got to get this done within another 20 minutes. You can see here. So we brake just before the green Rolex board on the right. There, like so, 100%, and then trailing off. Like so, okay? All right. We'll just fast forward this now. All good, no problem, Jensen. All right, so we've made it to the next curb. Now we're just gonna go on the brakes lightly, and we can really throw the car into this next corner, right? So as we reach the curb, we're going. It's basically as you reach the curb, go on the brakes about 40% or so. You can see here about 40%, and just guide the car in, right? And I actually understeer a bit too much here. Like this is fine, it's okay, but I get a bit of understeer. You can actually even hit the edge of this orange curb, and it won't really impair your speed too much. So you can go as far as putting your left side tires on that, just the edge of that orange curb. But look, anywhere in this general area where you see my mouse moving, like that's okay. You're on the money with that, okay? So you see we come in, and then back, you're gonna be aggressive, back on the throttle straight away. And again, we're going out and then in again. See the tire marks on the track here. So back on the throttle, go out, and then our braking point is as we reach. See this red and white curb, how it ends, the white, solid white. As that reaches like the end of our monitor on the left side, oh sorry, the right side, we go back on the throttle, and then we're just gonna place the right side tire on this curb, the red and white curb, and we're just gonna follow the shape of the curb. If I'll show you in slow mode, look at this. We just follow the shape of the curb. We're not gonna cut over it. Don't cut over it. Just follow the shape of the red and white curb like that. Just like literally trace it exactly until you reach that orange sausage curb there. So I'll show you in cockpit mode. Again, we've come out from the S's. We reach the curb, about 40% brake, come in, back on the throttle, then go out again to the left, to the middle of the track. You can just follow the tire marks, okay? Then cut back in, tap on the brakes as the curb ends, then just follow the curve like this, follow it, and then we can go on the throttle. Basically, as we reach see that orange sausage curb, that's more or less our marker to go back on the throttle, right? Now, this part's very technical because you got to be careful when you feed the throttle through, right? So if you watch me on the throttle here, it's not like full throttle. I'm just balancing it. And then as the wheel gets straight, like as I straighten the wheel, I put more and more throttle. And then as we get it straight, we then flick the wheel to the left and see that sausage curb there on the left ahead. We're aiming more or less for that one. We want to get just next to it, not completely on it, right? So we aim for it and then back on the throttle, all right? So let me just go to chase cam so you can see what I did. Again, so we reach that curb, 40% on the brakes, reach this curb, back on the throttle, go out to the left, then back in, follow the curve, the shape of the curve, then look back on the throttle pretty much as you reach that orange marker. Then just slowly on the throttle, and then we're aiming for that orange curb there, but not on it, just next to it, on the red and white curb, on the apex. And the trick here is, you can see I do it here, right? As we get back on the throttle, upshift to third gear early, because that'll stop the car from revving out. If you leave it in second, you'll lose time because the car's going to rev out. It's going to start activating traction, and that's going to cause you to understeer off track, okay? And you don't want that. So third gear, and that just keeps the rev smooth, yeah, as you exit. And then as you exit, try not to go over on the green here. You can, but it tends to lose you time. You just want to end up like this, basically. Just right wheels, a little bit on the red and white curb. That's perfect, okay? So I'll show you in chase cam. So go out to the left, come in, follow the curve, back on the throttle, short shift to third, and then onto the red and white curb, all right? And then flicking over, oh, and then the final part, we'll just do this final part. You're just gonna cut in, right? As you see it, there's an apex coming up there, just cut across it like this. Just like that, just put the left side wheel just on the edge of it. Don't hit it too hard, because it makes the car bottom out, but just on the edge like that. And then aim for the curb on the right, okay? So I'll show you on Delta app. How much time we got? Yeah, 17 minutes. That was the most technical part, so we should be okay. So, second, sorry. Oh, God. First corner, S's. Yeah, here. Like so. Okay. So again, we tap the brakes, 40%, right? Look at the brakes there, about, yeah, 38%. Come in, reach the apex, back on the throttle. Just look at the left-hand side one. There we go. And then as we reach the end of the curb, on the brakes, trailing off and then following the shape of the curb. Then as we reach the orange sausage curb, go back on the throttle and then make sure you short shift to third here early. Like so, okay? Nice and easy. And then as we exit, cut across that curb on the left there. Simples. All right, so now we're coming up to the next hair. Again, this hairpin is just like the first one, probably more annoying, okay? Our braking marker is, see how we've got these three motul boards? We've got 1, 2, 3. The braking marker is just before the second motul board, okay? You can use the motul board or the painted white line. Either or. Sometimes some idiot might take out the red motul board somehow. Okay, so we're braking, there you go, just before we reach the white line. And we're going again down to first gear. Like so. And then we, same thing, late apex, hook in. So I'll show you on chase cam. And I lost a bit of time here, but yeah, it's okay. It was pretty clean. So again, we've got 3 motul boards, 1, 2, 3. And we're braking just before that second one, okay? 100% down the brakes, trailing off to first gear, and I'll show you the line. Again, or you can just follow the tire marks, that helps too. So again, we're cutting in slightly aggressively. That's pretty much bang on. That's like pretty much perfect. Because you don't want to hit that orange sausage curb, same thing. And again, it's just a late apex. And then as you're pointing, you can see here, as you can see the exit. So not there. You've got to wait a bit longer. Let the car turn a little bit more. As you're lined up with the green, see the green AstroTurf, then you can go back on the throttle. And that's it. You just open up the steering wheel and then back on the throttle, right? Pretty simple, this one. Show you in chase cam. Again, hit the apex, wait a little bit, back on throttle, open up steering wheel, okay? And I'll just show you on Delta app as well. Oop. Where are we? It's the S's, that's the kink. Okay, over here. Again, look at the line, guys. Again, we're not going all the way out here. We're not obsessing about the room on the track. It's about attacking it aggressively and going for a late apex, okay? So you see 100% on the brakes. And then down to first gear, trailing off. See, right now we're at the apex, like about there. We're at the apex, but we wait a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer, and then back on the throttle. You can go on the throttle pretty aggressively and then open up the steering wheel. All right, so now final sector. Again, this is that final annoying hairpin. It's very similar to the other ones. Now the braking point, you'll see we've got a Michelin board, and then we've got a big one. We ignore this one. It's the first small one. See, there's 3 small ones in the distance. So it's the first one, right? And again, first Michelin board or the blue Michelin board or the white line. It's just on or just before. Yeah, it's just before you reach the Michelin board. And I'll show you from here. Again, this is the line. Down to first gear. Same thing. Attack it aggressively. Then on the throttle. Okay? Same kind of line. You can eat the curb a little more in this one because it's not as harsh, but I would try to avoid those orange sausage curbs, yeah? So, down to first gear, late apex, and then back on the throttle. If you hear the car bounce, you didn't do it perfect. This is pretty much like super clean. You turn in. See, you can't really hear the car bounce. That's how you know your left wheel hit exactly on the right spot, okay? Otherwise, it'll bounce a bit and you'll lose a bit of time. But it's not a huge amount. But if you want to make it perfect, then that's the way to do it. Again, coming in and then bang on the throttle. I won't show you Delta because it's like the exact same line. So don't. It's the same idea as all the other two. Okay. Now, next braking point, right? So as we exit, we'll be on the curb a little bit. Now we need to go over to the left ASAP, right? So we're just moving the car over to the left. And our next braking point is as we reach this painted white line here, okay? See that painted white line on the left? So we're just going to hit the brakes there and just go down to first gear. And you don't have to go super hard on the brake. I just got like 50% and it's fine. Down to first gear. And as you turn in, you want to get your right side tires on the red and white curb, but avoid the orange sausage curb. That causes the car to become unsettled. And then you can't get back on the throttle soon enough, right? So as you reach the apex, back on the throttle, and then you got to go just really gentle on the throttle, right? And then going up to second gear early helps here because then you won't activate as much traction, okay? And you're just giving it a little more throttle as you get through, like so. Okay, and then I'll show you in chase cam. Again, coming over to the left, brake at the painted white line. Down to first gear. That's like on the limit, basically. You don't want to touch that orange section there. See where the tire is? It's basically like right on the limit. Okay? And then look at the throttle. It's like very gentle. We start applying the throttle. Very gentle. Right? I'm not committing to the throttle yet. And I'm aiming to get the car towards the curb on the left. Yeah, all good. Thanks, Jensen. We're nearly there. Right? And then we cut in. And then we're going for the next apex. Over here. Across like that. Now, the final annoying corner on this track is we've got 2 curbs here. We're going to brake more or less in the middle of the 2 curbs on the left, right? See how it goes solid red for a bit? So we reach the middle. Down to first gear. You aim for the curb on the right and then we turn in and hook into the next apex like so. So I'll show you again. All right, so we come in, braking in between the 2 curbs on the left. See where it goes solid red? Down to first gear, aim for the curb on the right, but don't commit to it. Don't go all the way over to the right because you're losing time that way. Just, more or less like this. the way I've done it, and then hook in, and then same thing there. That's pretty much on the limit, right? You don't want to hit that orange sausage curb. And then as you go back on the throttle, like so, okay? And I'll show you that one in Delta. We're nearly there, guys. We're nearly there. We should be okay for time. Okay, same thing. Sector 3. Here. Right, you can see we come out, then we hook in. Again, late apex, and then back on the throttle. Okay? Like so. Now, second or third last corner, you're going to, as we exit, right, we're on the curb. All we do, we come out, and then we hook in again, and then we use the orange curbs again, right? And I'll do this in chase cam because it'll be faster. So as we reach that first orange curb, okay, that's when we lift. And then we wait for this next orange curb, see there, to start applying the throttle fully again, or start going back on the throttle. See, look, we go back on the throttle slightly. And then once you'll feel the car, and then feel the car stabilize, then you should be able to go full throttle. Okay, so I'll show you in cockpit mode one time. Okay, we leave the last corner, go out and then hook in. Reaching the first orange curb on the right there, lift. Then wait till we reach this next orange curb. We pass that, then we start to apply the throttle a little bit, just a little bit like that. And you'll feel the car kind of stabilize and then back on the throttle, okay? Then next braking point, for me, it's just after, you see you've got two Avis boards, it's just after. And main thing here is don't go on this curb because it's going to unsettle the car. Just go next to it. And we use about 50, is it about 50? Yeah, about 60% brake. And we're going to go down to third gear. And then we can hook over it. You can either go over like I did here, but see how the middle of the car is just to the right of the sausage curb? You just got to make sure you don't put the middle of the car on the sausage curb. But this is within track limits. I didn't even get a warning for this. So it's either you do that or you put the left side of the car on the red and white curb. You just got to make sure you pick which one you want to do. The main thing is just make sure you don't get the middle of the car on that orange curb. See how mine is, you look in more. See how it's just to the right of it? That's not going to bottom out, okay? And then you can go back on the throttle, pretty much. Show you in cockpit mode. Alright, so I've shown you this part. So we get to the first Avis board. Down to third gear. Back on the throttle. Okay? Now, final braking point. You've got to be a bit brave with it. I'm braking like in between the two. Yeah, so see here, you got two white lines. You got this white line on the right and then another one at the end there. It's in between, basically. Same thing, I took a bit of curb. You don't have to take this curb. You can avoid it. Or you can just touch just the edge of it, but you're going down to first gear here. So then here, down to first, cut over, and then back on the throttle. And then you can get the middle of the car onto the exit curb like that. So we'll just rewind this for you. In fact, I took a bit too much curb on this corner because the car did scrape a little bit, but it cost me a tenth, I think. So again, first Avis board on the right there. Got 5 minutes are okay. Down to third gear. Back on the throttle. Then next braking point is in between the two painted white lines. Or you can go for the off-road as well. See that grey off-road there? Down to first gear, cut over, back on the throttle, and as you exit, your car should be like that, basically, right? That's on the limit. See, we're like left side wheels on the white line, basically, or just next to it. And that's the lap. So yeah, look, this could have been a 150. If I didn't hit that curb on the final sector, on the final corner here, this one, I took a little bit too much curb here. That scraped the car, cost me a tenth because it slowed the car right down pretty much. And then I think I lost a tenth somewhere else on the track or in a couple corners. But it would have been a 52.9, which is okay for this setup. It's okay because the setup's a bit stiff. But yeah, if you got any questions, just let me know. I had to rush a little bit because we've got to make it in time for the race, guys. Apologies, but it is a very technical corner. The one you got to practice the most is the S's. This is where you're gonna. Here, the S's here. This is the most technical part of the track. I've got 4 minutes. Yeah, 4 minutes. Remember, I'll just show you one more time. Use the orange curbs as your guide. Yeah, see the orange sausage curbs? Use them. So we just passed this first one. Down to 4th. Next curb. Next curb on the throttle. Reaching this curb here on the brakes. Come out. Then hit the next apex back on the throttle. Come out. Then back in. Then tap the brake. Back on the throttle. Come out. It's like 6 or 7 corners in a row. And you can't even... You can't even... if you ruin one corner, it ruins every corner after it. I already showed him, Red. I already showed him. He's all good now. Okay. Beautiful. So this was using the Coach Dave balance setup. It's pretty safe to drive. I did make quite a few changes though, but it is a bit stiff. Like this COTA is one of those tracks where it's very dependent on setup for lap time, because the more you can get the car to rotate, the more time you're going to gain in the first sector, the S's, and the final sector as well. The more understeer you get, it just hurts the lap time so much here. So if you want to see those low 52s, maybe 51, high 51, depending on what car, like Ferrari can get 51, I'm pretty sure. I think Peugeot can get 51 as well, I think. If you want to see those lap times, you need to you need to have a setup that turns a lot. Hello, Cloud. Good to see you, my friend. Check the VOD, bro. Check the VOD, because I just explained the whole lap, basically. But the S's, trust the main advice I can give is use the orange curb. Each orange curb is a guide for you, okay? And you'll see it when I do the races now anyways, all right? So we've already signed up. How many we got signed up? Oh, yeah, looking good. 2 splits. We will be in the split 1, and it's going to expect me to win, I think. Yeah, it's going to expect me to win, I think, because we have the high. I think we have the highest one. Hey, you know what? It gives good racing, but it is a very hard track to drive. It kills the wrists. It really does. Because that first section is so harsh on the wrists. And the hairpins are just annoying. No Alpine, my friend. We're using Porsche this week. We'll use all the cars, don't worry. Nah, it's all good. I'll just do what I did last night, mate. It's all good, Red. You're all good. So race is starting in about a minute, guys, okay? So I'm going to show you 2 methods of doing this race. One is just pushing normally and then pitting at the end. And the next race, I'll start from the back. I'm going to do intentionally, and then we're going to do an undercut strategy. I'm going to show you how powerful the undercut strategy can be, especially the way that they've done this race here, okay? And on COTA in general, the undercut is very strong here. Talking about 51s, I've just done practice. Yeah, it's not easy, Jensen. Trust me, this is a very technical track. Takes a lot of practice. And it's one of those tracks where if you go away from it for a while, like if you don't drive around here for a while, when you come back, you'll be really slow again. You've got to really practice the track and drive it for a bit, get in the groove of it, and then do some races. Otherwise, it's very hard, believe me. I feel your pain. It could just be that you're not using all the downforce of the hypercar, man. That's what it could be. Like you gotta really push this car, like push the hypercar to the limit around here. It's very hard with the cold tires. Yeah, it does get fairly slippery. I agree. You got to do the best that you can to manage it. Like even you saw there, even like it is frustrating to hot lap around there though, because the left side tire gets quite hot. But like, yeah, that was a 53.2, and if it had an optimal of 52.9. So if I got all the sectors right, didn't lose any time, it would have been a 52.9, which is still 9/10 off the esports lap time. So like, there's so much time to gain. So yeah, we're going to qualify this race. Let me just do... Where are we? I will go over. Just load this setup quickly. Make all my changes too. Seven, 8. And we wanted 4 laps worth, wasn't it? Like last time. Wait, what? Oh. Yeah, no, I've got the setup. Don't worry, Red. I've got it. I've got it here. I made a few extra changes. That's the problem. So we'll just put... I'm just going to put 4.2 laps, 24 liters. That should be okay. 52.3. All good, Jensen. Good luck to you. Meanwhile, I did a hypercar at COTA, manages a 57. Look, it's just practice, bro, honestly. I know it's difficult, trust me. It's not an easy car it's not an easy track to be fast at. It takes a lot of practice, believe me. Like, I'm talking a lot of practice. Right, get the tires warmed up. I forgot to close the brake ducts. Oh well. Making your own setup guide? Oh, couple weeks, bro. Yeah, a couple weeks I will do it. I gotta ask James if he wants it on the Coach Dave Delta channel, or if I'm just gonna do it on my one. But yeah, probably a few weeks, bro. I think COTA's a good example of it too, so I'll probably use COTA as an example. Oh, tires are so cold. Dun. I was just doing the hot laps with tire warmers on, so it's like so much. It's so different. I did one in the GT3 just on the track. I'm new to both COTA and hypers. It takes a lot of practice, Speedy. Trust me, it's very difficult. This track is so technical, man. I really should have opened the brake, closed the brake ducts. That's okay. We'll see how it goes. I think I could still get, I reckon the tires won't be optimal even on the final lap, but I reckon I can get a 52 maybe. Not a low, maybe a low 53, hopefully. Okay, tires are still pretty cold. Now I've moved the brake bias very heavily back from yesterday. I didn't like that. I moved it back to 53.2 now, or 52.3, sorry, yeah, 52.3, because that just was too forward. There just wasn't enough rotation. Yeah, still very cold tires. Yeah, ARB's one, and I've made the rear P2 now. Okay, it's still pretty safe and it rotates a bit better. The second gear just helps it stop revving out. Still very cold tyres. Nice. Yeah, they're still a little bit dangerous on 50, correct. Oh, still on off track. Didn't want to hit that curve though. I could have braked a little bit later, that means. Oh, almost snapped the rear there. Ah, understeer. Yeah, still cold tyres. They're getting there though. Nice. Oh, I did it again. It's a lot easier in the cold with the colder tires to turn into that corner for some reason. I kept getting understeer in the hot lap there. Feels nice in here. Yeah, low 54, still not quite there. I can get, if I get confident with, I can get like, I reckon I can get a low 53. It just, I needed to, because what's the tire temperatures? Yeah, I needed to close the blankets. It still wasn't good for the hot lap. All right, let's, what do we qualify? Okay, P3, not too bad. All right, let's quickly change the setup. Go 53.2 for now, but probably go more later. Make sure we got everything here. 53.2. Yeah, there's so many accidents all the time, bro, on turn 1. Too beautiful. All right, ready to go. All right, let's do it, guys. Thank you, Jensen. You too, my friend. All right, so we're starting P3. Not too shabby, but it wasn't a great lap. I should have got it into the 53s for sure, but that's okay. All right, let's see how we go. So we're going to do a normal strategy for this race, and then the next one we're going to do an undercut strategy. I'm going to start from the back and show you like how many positions you could potentially gain if you go for an undercut strategy around here for this race particularly. And I'll change the roll bar to P1, sorry, to P2. Probably after a couple laps once the tires are warm. Right, here we go. 50 kilowatt. It's already looking so messy. He tried to do some fancy stuff and he just cooked it instantly. The Ferrari, oh god. Okay, decent start. Oh god, the Porsche almost killed us. Yeah, we'll let the tyres warm up. Yeah, that Ferrari just cooked it so hard though. So we'll let the tyres warm up and then I'll change the rear anti-roll bar to P2. Bit of a lock up from the caddy in front. That's our chance. That Ferrari's insane. I didn't want to risk it because if I turned in I was dead for sure. So I can try and get him back. He's the same Ferrari that locked up in the first corner because he tried to send it. Nice. Man, Ferrari's got so much grip. That's crazy. Nice. Hopefully these two take each other out. We get some freebies. Yeah, the Peugeot is very quick. It is. Oh no, Caddy! What have you done, my friend? The LMDH curse! Okay, back in P3 now. Did you see how much time the Ferrari gained on me here as well? Like, the car understeers so much here. Oh, he gained so much time there. That is actually insane how much time he gains there. Average caddy driving experience? Yeah, I agree. Okay, tyres are almost there. Nice. Mate, yeah. Oh, but, well, Jack is quite quick, though. He's at esports level, though, so he's quite quick. But yeah, the Peugeot is, like, mega fast. But this guy Anderson's doing quite well as well. With the new tyre model, I love the LMH. They feel easy to drive. Yeah, they're good on the brakes. They're quite good on the brakes. Nice. See that? Look, he's gone. He gained so much time on me here because the car just understeers. Can do better than that. Nice. A bit too wide. So Toyota, Ferrari. Oh my god, I get no time to even think here. So LMH, you've got Toyota, Ferrari, Peugeot, COTA, and then LMDH is the rest. So like BMW, Porsche, Lamborghini, LP, like everything. The rest is all LMDH. And Valkyrie's LMH as well, but doesn't have a battery. Nice. So the LMH cars, when they deploy battery, they don't deploy it all the time. They only do it. Sorry, one sec. Just let me go on the straight. So the LMH cars only deploy battery when they reach a certain speed. Whereas the LMDH cars, they're applying battery. Whenever you put the throttle down, the battery's draining. And also the location of the hybrid motor is like different as well between the two. Oh geez, what an annoying track. Oh god, it's so annoying, this track. Okay, we've got some GT3 traffic coming up. Nice. Yes, that's the difference between LMH and LMDH, yeah. Yeah, it's all good, Cloud. You was good enough. So it looks like we're on for a comfortable third here, I would say. Thank you, sir. Nice. Lost a fair bit of time to that Ferrari though. He gained so much time on me in that the final long right-hander. It's crazy. Oh, too much. Bit of a front lock up there. I feel like I'm struggling for grip a lot too. Yeah, now the Alex K curse is still there with the traffic. Don't you worry about that, Cloud. Nice, nice. The car, the issue with this car around here just struggles in the heavy braking zones, that's all. I want to start using P2 on the rear, but the track grip doesn't feel great. Like the tyres are more or less there now, but the actual grip on track doesn't feel too great. Nice, good exit. Oh, I thought it was a good exit. We lost time from hitting the curb. Yeah, here, there's so much, look, it's so much understeer. It's crazy. I'm going to have to start using P2. I don't think I have a choice. The tyres are there. I'm going to have to start using it. Otherwise, I won't get the rotation. Hopefully, I don't crash. We'll see how it goes. You see the time gain already? Look at that, just from changing the roll. Look at the time gain from changing the roll bar. Look at that, insane. Nice. Another GT3 coming up though. It's obviously affecting real life with the roads you can see from your office. Yeah, true. See the rotation? Just from making one click. Yeah, it's literally like a new car. I should get a bit better rotation here now as well. Yeah, look at the rotate, look at the time gain. No, we're not spinning, no, Cloud. Oh no, look at all those GT3s, what the hell? That's not a pretty sight. That's not a pretty sight at all. Look at there's so many GT3s. That is actually so painful. Okay, we got through one. Nail this exit, get a few more. Oh no, oh no. Oh, dodge them. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I had overspeed and then that was it. I think the car's okay. Oh, I feel so bad about that one. Alex. I had too much speed. I think he's actually okay. I think he didn't even lose a position. Sorry about that, guys. Oh dear. The car feels alright though. Yeah, it was a murder. Sorry. I had too much speed from the slipstream. Gotta be a little bit more patient. Oh dear. Oh, just thank you, boys. Good thing the Peugeot's murdering people too. Yeah, the car feels okay. It's alright. I retract myself from last time. Maybe the GT3's caused the issues. Nah, that was pretty bad though. Yeah, I had too much speed from the slipstream, and then I couldn't get the car slowed down. Rookie error. Call the authorities. Nice. The rear bumper is yellow due to hitting a yellow Merc, not damage. Yeah, we got wide. Yeah, I overshot the corner and I got hit in the side or the rear somewhere. Every time Alex crashes or murders someone, he needs to eat a whole lemon. Oh god. It happened once, okay? I didn't have any murders last night when I streamed. Thank you, gentlemen. Nice. I killed a Jeep. No, I didn't. I don't remember that happening. I do not recall, my friend. Front locking. Yeah, the car really does not like the it doesn't like heavy braking zones at all. car still feels okay though. Just gonna put the brake bars down a little bit. Okay, just locking a bit too much in the front. The Ferrari, remembers? Oh yeah, actually I do remember that one. But that's because he was doing weird stuff. I couldn't predict what he was doing. Nice. Yeah, the car turned much better with P1, P2. This seems to be P1, P2 or P1, P1 seems to be like good on the pretty good on the Porsche. Like the car seems to prefer that. I remember every murder on a Peugeot or an Alpine. I don't think we murdered any Peugeot or Alpine yet though. Gonna have to lift now. Nice. Not too bad. I always get worried cutting across them and then going onto the racing line there because they can brake quite late for that corner. Whereas the hypercars have to brake fairly early compared to them. So I tend to like to just stay like in the middle or something so I don't risk getting punted. Nice. Fan of BMWs to be Kevin. I like the BMW GT3 in this game. Very sturdy, tank-like vehicle. Very easy to drive. Nice. We better do this pit stop. It'll be 28 laps, won't it? Oh no. The back marker here. Hopefully we don't have any dramas with him. Oh god, and he missed the corner. Okay, we've still got a 3-second gap to the Peugeot in front. Yeah, that Ferrari and the Peugeot, they just flew. They're very fast, those guys. Although I know the guy in first is like an esports level driver. Yeah, it's a 20 to 21 lap, yeah. So I'm just going to leave it at 6, I think. Got to brake a little bit earlier because we've got too much fuel. I think it's okay, but it seems to be a bit more difficult to drive now, actually, the BMW. Nice. I think we beat yesterday's... I think we did beat the record from yesterday. So I think it was a 54... No, it was a 54.7. Nice. So much understeer through here. The lap times are okay. The first WEC race? Yeah, it's going to be Imola now, isn't it? Now, I'm still getting front locking. Interesting. If you get stuck behind him here, you're stuck with him for the whole, yeah. Gonna lose so much time now. Lost like a full second. Okay, so end of lap 15, then 6 laps worth, yeah. Sounds about right. I was like, where's the first board? But someone's taken out the final board, the third one. I don't know how they managed to get the car over there. Nice. Oh, the guys in P1 and P2 are hitting now. Interesting. Hey Michael, how are you, bro? Good to see you. We're doing alright, we're P3. But the guys in P2 and P1 were pretty quick, so they flew away. So once I pit, I'll lose my lead. It should be saying 21 laps by now, that's interesting. They might not get to 21 laps. Almost locked the rear. No, no more esports line to the pit. We don't want to be hitting any walls today. Nice. All right, no repair. 6 laps worth, no change. Beautiful. Pretty uneventful race. Hey, bro. Yeah, Michael. It's from Race Labs. They charge for. I don't know. What does the free one give you? They have a free thing, but I can't remember what the go is with it. Like what the advantage is. So there's still a few people that haven't done their pit stop yet. They've gone the extra lap. But that Peugeot, oh, I think he filled enough. I think I've filled too much. That's how he gained the time on me. No, 21. Let's see. We'll find out soon enough. And how does he have so much grip through there on cold tires as well? Yeah, we've got cold tires, agreed. Oh no, I got cucked by a GT3. Oh no, we're okay. Thank you, sir. Oh, I hope he doesn't gain too much time on me from this final sector now, because the car just understeers through here so much. Oh my god, he gained so much time. That is actually crazy how much time he gains. He gained so much time in that sector there. Oh my god, what the hell? Did he just brake and spin? What the hell just happened? Did you not see that? His car, it's like something hit him and then he braked and spun. What the hell? I'm gonna have to check the replay for that one. No, I did not make it. There was no, I was all the way around the outside. I did not touch him. I swear on my life I did not touch him. He killed the guy behind you. Bro, do you see that, David? What was that? That's crazy, man. Use the banana peel? Yeah, true. But at the wrong time and used it on myself. It's like he snapped the brakes and then spun or something, like right next. That's weird. Very strange. You have to watch the replay for that one. I did not try to kill any Peugeot, my friend. This setup definitely, this is the one sec. This is the Coach Dave balanced race setup. It definitely needs more rotation because it's so much understeer in that final, that long right-hander. Do you see how much time the Ferrari and the Peugeot gain on me there? Like, it's crazy how much time they gain on me there. It needs a bit of tweaking, I think. Oh my god, you don't get a break on this track, bro. Oh, you did a Ferrari. But why did you go outside of the corner like that? That was so weird. I was just trying to follow you, but you didn't turn in. Did we watch the replay for that one? I can't remember if we watched the replay for that one or not. This track is so stressful. I remember it was this corner here. I went on the outside like this to follow. Like I missed that. I went all the way outside, but then you didn't even turn in for the corner. It was weird. Oh, you had oversteer, okay. Because I was confused. I was like, why isn't he turning the car in? And then I ended up hitting in the back. Because I was like, oh yeah, any minute now he's going to turn in the car. Okay, about 3 more laps to go, I think. Yeah, about 3 more laps. Nice exit. Oh, yeah, it's not too bad. Of course, it's the GT3 here. Oh, not too bad, actually. Did it give me an off track? I didn't see. Or did it just disappear? Because it might still be on for a faster lap here. No? Okay, sweet. If I don't screw it up, that is. Oh my god, so much understeer. The Peugeot's catching as well. It must be the damage, it's just becoming, the grip is just lacking. Gonna get caught behind the BMW now. Oh god, that's one way to do it. Oh, so much in both. Oh my god, of course he loses the car there. Of course he spins out there. Like he had to, right? One more lap. Hopefully we can hang on to the podium. Yeah, the NASCAR line. Just go straight. Again. Amazing. He's going to gain so much time on me now, watch. Look how much time he gains, dude. What the hell? Now I've lost the position. Told ya. The car, that's the one thing I like about this setup. It's too understeery. I'll lose so much time in that final sector. I don't know if I can get him here. No, he's going to get past him, isn't he? Couldn't do it. Good racing. See how much time I was losing in that final corner? He was behind me and then he managed to get alongside by the time we got to the end of it. Crazy, man. So much understeer. Watch this, watch how much time we lose. Look at this, look, he's gone. He's just gone. Because the car won't turn. GG, we lost the podium, it's unfortunate. Yeah, I screwed up, I put too much virtual energy, I had 4% left still. So, yeah, 4%, he had what, 1? So 4%, that's, if you times that by 0.4, that's 1.6 seconds, and he had like a 2-second gap on me. So that's what put him right behind me when we were leaving the pits, basically. It was a good race, though. GG. But you see how much, like, the setup understeers chronically in that final corner. It's really, really not good there. Like, I lost the first position to the Ferrari like that. He actually managed to overtake me in the next corner after because it was so much understeer. It was ridiculous. Let's have a look at what happened quickly to that that Porsche. Where are we? That was a ridiculous. That's so understeery, man. Where are we? A bit earlier. It'll be here, I think, right? Lap 17. Okay, so hey, good job, Jensen. Okay, let's see what happened. Yeah, so it's here. Yeah, what the hell? He just like, did he hit the curb? I think he hit the curb. I think he's taken too much. Something made his car drift. See that? He just has to drift outwards. And then, yeah, that's unfortunate. Can't really do much about that. No Porsche things. Nah, it's like, I think did he hit the sausage curb? Wait, let's go to his car. I think he must have hit the sausage curb or something and it pushed his car out. No, he didn't. That's weird, eh? What made his car do that? See, right there, and then it just starts to drift. Like, he almost loses the rear. Yeah, I don't know. He didn't touch the inside of it. That's how much he took, which is fine. Like, he's not going on the solid red. Weird. Because I thought he was just going to keep turning. He nudges the inside of the edge. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it just made his car, like, slide outwards randomly. Oh, wait, where am I? What lap did I have that accident? I can't remember now what lap it was. How long have I got to the next one? I can't remember what lap it was. No, it would have been earlier. I was in P4, wasn't I? I think I was in P4. I was here. Yeah, I had too much speed. Like, because where did I brake? Yeah, I braked way too late. If you look at where like, I had speed and I braked like where you would normally brake if you didn't have any slipstream. And that was it. It just, yeah, didn't want to stop. I tried to go straight to go through them, but it wasn't close. Yeah, you know what? I probably would have been better off throttling. If I had done throttle, I would have gone in between them and avoided it, but oh well, it happens. Let's see how much we gained from that. I think we still gained from P4, I think. Let's have a look. And then we'll sign up for the next one. So this next race, so I lost it, but yeah, we should have finished P3. Yeah, apparently it was a McLaren. Let's have a look. Did I end up doing I don't think I did a quicker lap yet. Nah, that's not as fast as yesterday because we had a damaged car. Let's have a look at the damage. I mean, the result. Oh, we gained. What was I expected to finish? I was expected to finish 6. Got rid of your warning it badge. Oh, well done, Jensen. Oh, yeah, so, yeah, you would have got a big chunk, Jensen. Yeah, so if I got P3, it would have been double arrow. That's all right. It was still a good race. It's just a shame how much the car understeers in the fast right-hander because I'm losing so much time to those, the Porsche and the Peugeot and the Ferrari there. Crazy. Like, they're getting to my bumper, basically, by the time we get out of that right-hander to the braking zone. That's, yeah, crazy. You gained half a rank. Whoa, nice, dude. 3 minutes. So this one, we're not going to qualify, right? Because I want to show you guys something, like how strong this tool is, right? If you use it well. We're gonna start at the back on purpose. I'm gonna do an undercut strategy, right? So instead of, let me just register. So instead of pitting at lap 15, so usually we pit at lap 15 and then we go for 6 laps or whatever, right? But this time we're gonna pit at the end of lap 16, right? And then go for 15 laps, like a full tank to the end of the race. And then watch the time gain, like the difference in it, compared, like you'll see, we're gonna look at what position we are when we go in the pits. And then by the time we get to lap 16, we're gonna see what position we are. Oh, no, by the time we get to lap 17, because some people pit on lap 17 for some reason, or 16, sorry. So by the time we get to the end of lap 16, we'll see what it is. 19 minutes of Silverstone, time to jump in the rig. Are you doing LMP2 race? Can you show the daily race screen? I want to see the Silverstone race runs. Like as in the leaderboard. Yeah, good luck in your race, Speedy. So fastest LMP2 time is 1:43.1. Oh, this is only LMP3, is it? No, only LMP2, sorry. Oh, it's LMP3 as well. Oh, so they'll be down here then. Why has it not got class separation for this one? There should be some Is no one using LMP3 or something? What? It said LMP3, right? That's funny. There's like no LMP3. Everyone's just using LMP2. Yeah, look at the difference. 6 LMP3s, 26 LMP2s. Interesting. Yeah, so this is... Because I did this last night And I went from being like P13 or something to being P3 at the end of the race from this undercut strategy. And it works quite well here. They've removed class separation. I don't know why they would do that. I wanted to see the timers for the races. Yeah, the LMP3. I remember when I did that hot lap guide there, the lap guide, track guide for Silverstone. I did a one. Is it 51, 52? Can't remember. It's on the YouTube. Whatever the one or the two, whatever it is, one something two. It was fun to drive. You gotta nail the exit. It's all about with those LMP3 cars. It's all about nailing the exit and then just punching it on the exit and using all the momentum like flat on the throttle, and then just like the car will grip. But if you screw up the exit, you lose time everywhere and you can't get it back. It's no chance of it. 53.6, nice. That's good. That's good, Speedy. I can't remember. It's on the YouTube. I think it was it a 51.8 I did or something? I can't remember in quali. Whatever it was. Okay, race should be starting. I'll let you guys know if we're going to be able to do this. I'm not sure yet because Track Racer sent me my new cockpit and Sim Magic is supposed to be sending all my new like wheelbase pedals, everything this week as well. So if all that stuff comes, I'll need to take this rig off and start building the new one because they want like a build video. So if that stuff comes next week, I won't be able to do any streams next week. I'm hoping I've taken 2 weeks off work to build it and do the video and everything. So hopefully I can get it done within the first week. If I can't, it'll be towards the end of next week. We'll be able to stream again, okay? All right, cool. Yeah, so we're going to try the undercut strategy this time. And we're gonna just see how many positions we go up by the end of lap 17. So we'll get quiet because we're gonna be fighting people at the start of the race, and then we're gonna go in the pits at the end of lap 6. And then it's gonna be open air for us, right? Because we won't have any GT3s and we shouldn't have any hypercars near us. If we have a hypercar near us and we do a pit stop that early, then something's gone terribly wrong for them. Whole new rig, brother. Whole new rig. But I'm not making it immersive until probably the end of 2027. But it's going to be even better than what it is now. I did a race last night and the moron ahead of me braked for cops. Oh, lol. It's a shame we couldn't keep that podium. It was good racing. The one thing with this track, though, you don't get any brake. It's just the back straight, basically, and that's it. There's no brake. And it's so hard on the wrists. I don't know if you guys get a bit of wrist soreness when you do this track. Because Sector 1 just obviously destroys your wrist, right? Because it's just like left, right, left, right, left, right, like constantly. And then all those hairpins, you go like heavy braking into a hairpin. Alex K getting his green badge back when? I think I have it already. I use the streamer badge because it can either go really... It either helps me because people are scared to crash into me, or it goes the other way, people try to crash into me intentionally. So it's one or the other, right? So hopefully it's the other way today. Hopefully they don't crash into me. The last race was pretty clean. Getting a warning badge, I don't think we'll ever get that. That'll be the day I uninstall LMU, right? So we won't do quali, and we're going to start at the back. I'm going to intentionally do this undercut strategy just to show you guys how powerful it can be, because it's really good. It's really good here. Damali, AK don't do the same. Oh, that must be the McLaren I had the crash with in the last race. Oopsies. Sorry about that. I'm still getting used to the braking in the slipstream. It's better in this car than the Aston Martin. The Aston Martin is horrendous in the slipstream. Like, it just locks the fronts almost instantly sometimes. When we were doing those Le Mans races last week, like, it was so scary being in the slipstream in any of the heavy braking zones, because the thing just wants to instantly, like, you have to brake so much earlier when you're in the slipstream in that car. It's ridiculous. I'll do the setup quickly now. Yeah, it's fine in open air, but in slipstream, horrible. Absolutely horrible. You just can't predict what's going to happen. You've always got that fear that the fronts are going to lock up. They don't lock up towards the end because you brake too late. Even if you brake earlier, they lock up at the start. Like, instantly they lock up. It doesn't make any sense, to be honest. You can't... It's actually not good to use the brake migration in that car either. Because no matter how rearward you make your brake bias, if you have even 0.5 brake migration on that car, it will just get these little front locks all the time. It's just very weird. Any esports setup you try on, most of them, all the ones I've tried, it always has the brake migration turned off on it, at Le Mans at least. Yeah, it doesn't like heavy braking at all, that car. It's always the fronts though, never the rear. It's always the fronts that are locking up. Let's see, race. I'll just load the race setup now. $778. Wheels and brakes. Yeah, 53.2, then we'll go to 52.8. When the tires warm up. Then P1, and then we go to P2 when the tires warm up as well. P1. 3.2. Beautiful. All right, good to go. Let's see what the... I'll just go to one of these random cars here. Is there any other Porsches? Martin Torgerson. Let's see how he... Oh, that's a GT3. Never mind. Here we go. Dennis. Oh, and he's already spun out. That's unfortunate. Yes, I did drink water, Red. Thank you very much. Oh, he's using first gear there. It's always, that's the thing with the LMDH, it's always right at the end of the braking. There's that little bit of front locking, you just hear the tires like just chirp a little bit. It's such a common thing. Because I remember when I was watching, what's his name? Grosjean, when he was driving the Lamborghini hypercar in LMU, remember? He was like talking about like how is it like compared to real life? It was the same thing. He's like, oh yeah, watching for front locking at the apex. And always right at the apex. The LMDHs get those little front locks. Oh, no. Lost it again. Needs some work. Let's see how the Peugeot's going. Mr. Schrader in P1. Oh no, Linton was pretty quick, isn't he? Yeah, it looks like it is. Looks like it's working properly now. It gets buggy apparently sometimes, right? I reckon Lincoln was okay, wasn't he? He was like, wasn't he behind me in quali? He was like P4 or something. He's got all purple. This is the P1. Oh yeah, pretty good. 53.9. It's a shame I didn't close the brake blankets or brake ducts last quali, because the tires just still weren't warm enough by the end of that lap. It's got so much grip, man. This poor Peugeot. It's a bit slow there. It looks a bit laggy, so it's hard to tell. The undercut doesn't work. Well, we're going to see how many positions it gains us. It'll work. I'm pretty confident it'll work. Nice. Oh, no! He cooked it! How's Mr. Bahali going? Hey, Red. Oh, no, it was a full tank. It was a full tank. But we didn't need a full tank, did we? It was a few percent less, I think. We can remove like 2% or something. Mate, everyone is just locking up at these heavy braking zones now. Hey, Joey, good to see you, bro. How are you? Oh, there we go. He's got all the engineer talk happening. There it is, Red. Right on cue. Yeah, I'm doing okay, Joey. I'm doing okay, brother. We had a pretty okay race, last race. And now this race, we're going to start at the back and see how many positions the undercut gets us. No. Oh, no, he still made it. He actually still made it with the front lock. Do I have to have my car selected? I think I do, don't I? Yeah, I need to. I remember sometimes there was a bug where, like, if you didn't have your car selected, like if you were watching people, and if the race started while you were spectating, then you wouldn't be able to drive. Your race was done. Yeah, I'm using the Porsche, Joey. Yeah. It's not too bad around here, although the setup needs. I'll give the feedback to the guys. It needs a little bit more rotation. It's a bit, yeah, it's a bit too understeery. Because I had to change electronics heavily in this one, like really, like a lot. I had to make heaps of changes. Just make sure I've got the right one loaded. Yeah. Powertrain 84. Yeah, cool. Can we put some tape? I can't remember. We can probably put some tape on because the engine wasn't overheating. We'll just leave it. A max of 38? No, definitely not 38%. Definitely not 38%. It's got to be 100. It's got to be like 98. All right, let's see how we go, guys. Beautiful. Do you know there is no hypercar 20-minute race next week? Is there not? That's odd. Oh yeah, nah, but see when we add it, Red, it just goes by how much will be in the tank, not how much buy. If you look at it, see, it's always just how much buy, not how much is in the tank. But I'm not sure why there's no hypercar 20-minute race next week. No, there isn't a Paul Ricard. I thought it was Paul Ricard. Excuse me. All right, we're starting at the back, my friends, and we're going to see how this undercut strategy goes. So we're going to see how many positions it gains us. I can hear a Valkyrie behind me. All right, so we're gonna whatever happens till lap 6, and we're gonna pit at lap 6. Oh god, we're gonna pit at lap 6, and then we'll go to the end and see how many positions it gains us from wherever we started. We're still in P10 though. That is not a great starting point. It's gonna go green right now. I think we need to stay out of trouble here. I don't like this already. Oh, they all got pretty scared. All right, looking good. Watch that understeer guy. Good. Okay, not bad. Gain 2 positions. Gonna back off here because he's gonna cut into me and spin me if I don't. Oh, they're going so slow through here. Oh god, they're still going slow through here. Oh, this pink Peugeot is all over the place. Oh, Ferrari's off as well now. Another freebie. We love free things. P7. Prioritize the exits. Okay, nice. 3 positions already. And these guys are going to start fighting each other in the next sector. So we'll probably get right on their bumper, I'd say. Oh, no. He just cooked the turn, and so did I. We all did. I swear that always happens. The person in front will make a mistake, and then you'll end up just copying them. Nice. Okay, we defended from that Ferrari. It's so much understeer through here. Tell you what, these guys are going off the track more than they are on the track. Yeah, almost. It was close. I almost killed it. A lot of front locking from that pink Peugeot there. Nice. Oh, a bit of understeer on the exit. So this is actually a really great example of where it can be good, because let's just say that I'm stuck behind these guys for a long time, right? Because they're fighting, they're defending well, whatever, right? There's no point in me sitting here behind them all that time till lap 15, because I'm just going to end up losing so much time fighting with these guys. This undercut is going to allow me to pit early, get away from this fight, get into open air so I can then push hard, and then by the time they pit, if they don't undercut, then we'll end up in front of them, and hopefully more cars as well. But we're going to see what happens when we get to lap 15 and 16. Because you can see, like, we're getting close here, but there's 2 of them, they're driving quite erratic. It's hard to get an overtake here, right? Because they're all over the place. So we might end up getting stuck behind them for the next, 3 laps. 3 or 4 laps. Okay, nice. So this is going to be a perfect example of how the undercut can become useful. Oh my god, he brakes early. Especially when they brake really early like this too. You're going to lose so much time. Because you can't just brake where you want to brake and ram into them, right? Yeah, or we can wait till they get track limits. Oh, nice. Well, not over yet though. Good traction on exit from these guys. So I've got slipstream. The purple Porsche does not. This is a very dangerous situation though. Yep, and he cooked his brakes. And they both cooked their brakes. We're still going. This is good though. This is pretty fun. Oh, no. And that guy forgot how to drive carefully. And they took each other out. Okay, fair enough. That's it. What a murder. Alright, so we've got a bit of open air now. We're going to stick to the plan. But think about how much time we just lost from all that fighting, right? We've got a 6.5 second gap to the cars in front. Yeah, I got the banana peel out. Yeah, just a little too hard. It was a good fight. It was cool. It was fun. And once the tyres warm up, we'll put this roll bar to P2 on the rear. Yeah, they're almost there. That's it, prioritize the exit. Okay, so 1.9 second gap to Schreiner in the Porsche Peugeot ahead. And then we've got Mr. Vintner in P3, 5 seconds ahead. It's so much understeer. Gonna put the brake bias down. Put the roll bar down in a second as well. Maybe on the next lap, I'd say. See, get some extra rotation, very nice. Okay, so next up we're pitting, okay guys? And then we're gonna see what the result is. So it is gonna get quiet on track. But then we'll see if we can jump those guys ahead of us by the end of it. Okay, so pitting this lap. Beautiful rotation. Very nice. We don't need that much. We're just going to reduce the virtual energy by about, I'd say 3% is okay. About 3%, because we finished with about 5% virtual energy. Can put a bit more fuel just in case. See, there's a lot of cars that we're going to have to fight for position now. But I'm going to avoid the fight with them. It's obviously going to be a bit boring, like as in, because we're going to avoid the fight and whatever. But let's see what the time gain is at the end of the race, okay? Oh, no. Okay, so we pit now. That's it. No, so it's only going to be a 15-second one. Straight out. It's going to be open now. We're going to, because now that the hypercars have reached the GT3s now within this or next lap. So we're now going to extend that gap from the GT that we have from the GT3s, okay? Not sure what the Peugeot is doing. Oh, he had damage. Must have broken his car. But he has a similar strategy. I think he's doing a similar strategy here. He's only just pitted though, so we're fine. We don't have to worry about him. So now, the thing is, you've got to remember, this is not a holiday though, right? We need to push hard here. We need to use this free space, this open air, and make every bit count. Otherwise, it's not going to be worth it at the end of the day, right? So we need to try and nail these laps. I'm hoping I can get hoping we can beat our fastest already now. We should be able to, I think. Just got to watch out for cold tires, but we should be okay. Yeah, they didn't cool down too much. Nice, beautiful rotation. That's what we like to see. And now these laps are crucial. Like bang, bang, bang. We've got to get fast laps here. And then we're going to see for how it worked out for us. So what position did we were we? We were P5, was it? P5 or P6? Something like that, right? Gonna see how many positions we managed to jump. P5, okay. Okay, let's see how we go. The goal is to keep that delta in the top right there close to the best. Our best time, basically. That's our goal, right? Above or at. Anything below is basically a failed lap. So we need to push hard here. Not bad. So we're a tenth down. It's not too bad. I do see a hypercar up ahead. I think that's a back marker. Oh, that's a GT3 actually, never mind. Oh, cheeky track cut. Okay, apart from that GT3 being there, it wasn't too bad. But the main thing is, we didn't just cop a whole group of them, right? Because you saw what that does to the lap time. When you cop that group, it's so detrimental. Okay, go around the outside here. Very nice. See what I mean, guys? We're not copying a big group of GT3s, yeah? So it's not impeding our lap time too much compared to if we copped a huge group of them. That's it, prioritize the exit, beautiful. And we're going to find out on lap 15, 16 if we get how many positions we gained. It's already looking good. We're only 10 seconds behind the first one. Nice exit. Very good. We did a second faster lap than the car ahead. A bit of front locking, but it's okay. Very nice, just keep this rhythm. This is a good lap here. Well, we've got a couple GT3s coming up now. Only 3 of them though, so it's not too bad. We'll get past this Ferrari. Very interesting livery from this BMW here. Prioritize the exit. Okay, he doesn't want to exit well, fair enough. We've got a back marker here, P9. We should get past this Lexus, I think. Yeah, we'll get past the Lexus. Nice. What's the Valkyrie doing? Oh, he's letting us through. Thank you, sir. Lift here. I don't want to end up right behind the GT3. Oh god, he went wide for some reason. Very interesting. Could have been worse. See, 8/10 off, it's not too bad. We're not losing like 2 seconds a lap. Again, prioritizing the exit. So we got 5 more laps to find out if all our hard work was worth it or not. Thank you, sir. Not too bad. That's probably the worst one we're going to have. The worst lap, I hope. But see how we didn't cop any huge groups like they would have at the start 2 laps ago? No, I did not touch the BMW. I did not touch the BMW. That's one way to do it. Sorry, sir, had places to be. You know what, to be honest, we actually still got barely unlucky with traffic, but it hasn't been too bad. Yeah, the point is our laps have been pretty decent. And the gap isn't too bad. We're looking for that P. I reckon we might be able to get that P3. Yeah, it was pretty close. Okay, nice. We'll get past this McLaren. 3 more laps till we find out. All our hard work was worth it. Oh, it's sketchy there, not too bad. Car feels pretty good overall though. Oh, a bit of front locking, but we pulled it up. Okay, we got P5 in front of us. Yeah, was pretty risky, but it's okay, pulled it off. Had plenty of practice with that one on the COTA 6 hour. We did that last time. Okay, he's pitting, thank you. Okay, got a couple more GT3s coming up. Ooh. Oh, sorry. Thank you, sir. Very kind. That was good, well read by him there. Saw that I didn't have much choice, so he went offline for me. Very kind. "21 seconds to P3. We should get this GT3 before the braking zone. Yeah, we will. Now, see, I'm 3 seconds behind these guys in front. Oh, no, we're not going to get him, I don't think. Oh, no, we will. Oh, I cooked it a bit too much. All good. So we're 3 seconds behind, but they have to pit still. But we don't. If we get the podium, that would be amazing from the undercut. And let's see. Lap 15. What do we got? Okay, P6, some people still have to pit. Oh no, it's this lap they have to pit, sorry. It's this lap. Easy podium, you think? I'm not sure. Let's see. We'll find out the end of this lap or end of next lap. Fingers crossed, exactly right. Oh, of course he locked up and spun. Thank you, sir. It's a freebie. Up in P5 now. Just LMDH things. What can you do? All right, first, pit window lap. Let's see what the result is. What do we got? P4. I think there's still some people that have to pit though. Yeah, Vintner needs to pit still. Thank you, sir, for working with me. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Oh, okay. Of course he has to lose it there. Very good. Prioritize the exit. Thank you, Mr. Tablecloth Livery BMW. That's it, prioritizing exit. Looking good, keep pushing. Okay, end of lap 16. What do we got, guys? What do we have? P3? P2. The undercut, boys, it's on the money. It's on the money, I'm telling ya. It's on the money. Now we're good to go to the end of the race. P2 with a 5-second lead. That's it, boys, the undercut. Now we just got to finish the race. The first part of the job's done, now we've got the final part of the job. Nice. Well, we've got lucky with traffic there. Undercut there, I like that one, that's good, bro. I told you guys, rather than sit there fighting them, I just pitted early to get away from them. But like I said, it's not an automatic thing that you just win because of it. Those laps that you do in the open air, you gotta make them count. They gotta be like decently quick. Because if you screw those laps up, it was all for nothing. So it's not just an easy win. Same thing like I told you guys with lift and coast. When you do lift and coast, not a holiday, you've got to still drive the car at the limit while lifting and coasting, right? Okay, looking good. Yeah, good one, David. Oh, a bit of front locking there. That's unfortunate, but we're okay. Pulled it up. That's it, not too bad. Oh, all good. 6, end of lap 6, Andre. But don't get me wrong, it's not always a good idea to do this. Like, if you're up the front, you don't need to undercut. There's no point. Because you're going to undercut yourself. Undercut is good if you want to avoid a fight, and then pass them later on while they're in the pits. But if you're P1 or P2 and you have lots of open air, just don't do that. Just stay out the front. There's no point. Oh, come on, turn. What have you done to your keyboard, Red? It's so understeery there, man. That's my only gripe with the car, with the setup, is just it's too understeery there. Okay, we've got a bit of traffic coming up now. See it, prioritize the exit. No, don't. Oh my god, what are you doing? Oh my god, bro. It's that Valkyrie, man. What the hell? Almost race ending there. Oh. Okay, we'll get past. We've got a bit of traffic coming up, but we'll get past this guy. See it, prioritize the exit. Oh, this is awkward. Sorry, sir. See it, prioritize exit. Lost a lot of time there, but I'd say it was pretty well managed. Okay, 2 minutes to go. Oh, we caught up to that Peugeot. 5-second gap. What the hell? Oh no, final lap. No. No, it's one more. That's odd. It's saying 1 lap to go. Definitely not 1 lap to go. Yeah, what? I'm gonna say. Oh God! That is so lucky. Oh my god, we could have had our race ended then. He moved away from the Porsche because he got scared of the Porsche. Yeah, I saved him actually, I think. I think you're right, I did save him. Oh boys, the P1's right here. What's happened to him? Must have had some kind of, he must have some kind of damage. Can we get this P1 though? He wasn't expecting this at all, but here we are. Oh, come on. Don't want to understeers like that, that's for sure. Nice. I think his car's damaged. Yeah, I think his car's damaged. But I don't know if I can get him though. It's going to be hard. Nah, we won't get him now. Thanks to our BMW friend here. Close though, 3-second gap. One more lap. He's got damage, but I don't know, it's gonna depend here. Very close though, but look guys, the undercut, it's so strong. Like this is the example right here. Oh God, why'd you go off track? Oh, he locked up, I locked up. We both did the same thing, apparently. I think he has damage, that guy in front. Oh, it's so much understeer. GG, good race. Well done, Mr. Lingholm. You just survived by the skin of your teeth. That's the undercut, guys. That's the undercut. That's why it's so good. GG, good race. Well done. And I'll explain further, right? Turn that recording off. So the reason why that's strong, okay, let me just get out of this real quick. I'll turn some music on for you guys too. My lap times weren't that great today though. It was a bit messy. So the reason why that's the undercut is so strong, right, is like, think about it like this. We were, actually we'll go to the replay. I'll get out of this and we'll go to the replay and I'll explain it. 1 second. So it was P6, right? To P2 from the undercut alone. Did the job. The P1 doesn't count because I think he had a crash. He had damage. So we shouldn't have got P1 anyways, right? Because he was like, wasn't he like 13 seconds ahead or something like that? Okay, we'll open the replay real quick. And I'll explain it to you guys. Well, it's the thinking behind it, right? Once it loads. Oh, I need some water. Fun race though, especially traffic. Traffic management on this track. That's why the undercut's so strong. Don't get me wrong, it is boring because you end up going by yourself for a long time. It's as if you're like, you know, you're basically last place. But the reward comes when they all have to pit, as long as you don't screw up, right? Like I said, it's not a holiday. It's not just, oh, I'll pit earlier, that'll mean I'll end up in front. You need to make use of that free air. Rig tour? I have one. Oh, can someone post a link for it in the chat? I've already done one before. Okay, so first example. So we started in, what is it, P10, right? There weren't many hypercars in this race, was there? So let's fast forward here. Okay. So this is our situation, right? It's lap 1 and it was like this for a long time. Actually, I'll fast forward a bit more to where I was behind these guys still, right? Lap 3. It was here, wasn't it? Yeah, here. Okay, so don't get me wrong. Just remember, it would have been even better because we got lucky through this because they took each other out, right? So now that's my auto chat bot, Red. That's on that one. It's not on OBS. So you can post the rig tour link in the chat there. So these guys you saw at the start of the race, they were like defending heavily. They were fighting each other. It's getting messy. It's fun and whatever, right? But we're losing so much time to the cars in front. Like I can't, it won't show me the time here because it's always a mess on LMU, the time board, but I think it was something like 6 seconds or 7 seconds behind, right? I could have sat here with these guys and kept fighting lap after lap after lap, like after lap 6. And it doesn't matter that I'm fast. I know I'm faster than them, but in a race, it doesn't matter. If they know how to defend, it doesn't matter if you're faster. You've got to be able to get past them. And someone might not be really on the pace, but they might be able to defend lap after lap. They might just be really good at defending and holding you up. So why would you sit behind them till lap 14, 15 fighting, losing all that time, right? When you can just simply pit at lap 5 and just avoid the fight and it becomes like quali laps, right? You start punching the laps as fast as you can. Because you think that this is the first advantage, right? Because, like, look at this. The lap times are just like, they would have been, I can't remember the top of my head. You have to look at the replay, but they would have been pretty bad. We would have been losing quite a lot of time, right? So imagine if imagine if the gap was, say, 7 seconds to the cars in front now, right? That gap would have been getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Would have gone to 8, 9, 10 seconds. As long as I'm behind those guys, it would have just kept compounding the gap. And then I would pit at lap 15. I would still be in position, 6, 7, whatever. Let's just imagine they didn't take each other out, because they shouldn't have taken each other out, right? So we would have been P8 in that case, right? We're still in P8. It's lap 15. We've done our pit stop, and we're probably, 16, 17, 18 laps, seconds behind the guys on the podium. Our race is done. We might get a couple more positions, but we're not maximizing our result here, right? Or we do what I did. We pit again. Let's assume that they were still in front of me at lap 5. We pit at lap 6, because I know a whole stint's 15 laps. We pit at lap 6 and we get away from them, right? Because then we go on our pit, we get our pit stop done. We've already been losing plenty of time, so whatever. Just get all that time loss in the one window of the race so that the rest becomes as open air as possible, right? Yes, you have to survive till lap 6 at first, of course, right? So we go in the pits, yeah? Can I get a track map here? I can, can't I? Yeah, okay. So we go in the pits at lap 6, right? Again, it's annoying I can't get the timings, because the timings would have helped. So, yeah, end of lap 6. We pit here, right? Now let's go to say, Vintner in the BMW here. So he's not pitted, right? He's doing his 15, 16 laps, whatever. So this is from his perspective now. Now, what lap does he reach the GT3s? Let's have a look here. It's here, I think. It's on lap 7, basically, right? We'll go for the main GT3 group. Lap 8? Okay, lap 8 is when he meets all the GT3s, yeah? So he gets a couple in the S's here. And this is just the start of it. So lap 8. So he's gotten, in this moment, he's gotten 7 laps of clean air, right? More or less. With no traffic. Right, now he's got another one. Then he has more. All this time loss, all in the one. Because it's so early in the race, the GT3s are still all grouped. They're all clumped together, on the track, right? It's going to be, this lap is going to be abysmal for him. Like, I'm talking 5, 6 seconds kind of time loss, maybe more. Together, yeah. Look, more GT3s. More GT3s. It's not over. He still has basically half the grid to go. He still has half the GT3 grid to go, guys, right? So look, he's had 7 laps of clean air. Like, no traffic, right? No traffic. Look, more traffic here for another lap. This is his 2nd lap of traffic, right? More traffic again. Still not over for him. And this is 2 laps. It's about to be 3 laps, right? Of big clumps of traffic, heavy time loss. Right? Still not over. He's got another one coming up as well, right? Look, this is lap 3. More big clumps of cars. Look at all this time loss here, guys, right? It's all time loss. And he's fighting the Peugeot as well. Gets slowed down again. It's still not over. There's still more. Look, more time loss here. Loses the position, gets it back. He's fighting, losing time. Yeah. And this is it, I think, right? No, there's still more. There's still more. This is lap 4 now. This is about to be lap 4 of GT3 traffic. He's fighting heavily with the guy behind him as well. He's got some damage that he's picked up now. Lap 4, guys, of GT3 traffic. Look, all this time loss. Gets spun out as well because, again, he's fighting with people. Which is not ideal for him, yeah? Spins out again. All this happened because, this is what happens when you're in traffic. You're fighting people in traffic. It gets messy, higher chance of incident, right? So it's a whole 4 laps basically. And then he gets like 2 more cars. He gets 2 more cars here. Let's say he's had 7 laps of clean air. Yeah, I'll go back to me now. Don't worry, David. He's had 7 laps of clean air, right? And then he's had 4.5 laps of heavy GT3 traffic and battling. Okay? So now if you go to us in P6, let's just say we had 6, these guys, those 2 guys didn't take each other out, right? Let's just say. So if we go back to P6 here. So we were battling for 6 laps, whatever, right? He was battling too, so it's about the same thing. So we're comparing to the BMW. So we come out, so this is lap 6 here. We're pitting now. Okay, so first lap, this is lap 7, right? Oh no, this is Evans, my bad, sorry guys. Okay, here we go. So we've pitted, okay? First lap of clean air, right? There's no GT3s here, I can probably fast forward. Yeah, I can fast forward this one. First lap of clean air. Yeah, sorry guys. This is the second lap, right? So if you add it together, he had seven full laps of like no traffic, and then he had 4.5 laps of heavy traffic, right? So now this is me. I've gone behind, but I'm now technically I'm on 8 laps of no GT3 traffic now, right? And now there's some stragglers because some of the guys crash. Usually if they didn't crash, they would be further up the field. It would still be more open. But it doesn't matter, it's fine. We've got 1 car coming up, not the end of the world. See, didn't lose much time there, 1 car. So what we'll do is we'll minus the 7th lap because we did a pit stop. We'll take that away. So this is now 7 laps of clean air, right? That was 7 laps, not 8. Technically it's 8, but like I said, we did a pit stop, so we'll remove that, right? Okay, there's 1 random car here. That's fine. We can manage that. Around the outside, nice and easy. Okay, pretty good. Not too bad. I'll just check to make sure. I don't think we got any... No, we didn't get any traffic here. Yep. 9 laps of clean air. And remember, I didn't waste time here. The delta was like pretty good. Some of them were like a 10th off. There was 1 lap where I got held up. It was like 1.5 seconds, but that's not bad for traffic. 1.5 around here is not bad, right? 9 laps of clean air. Still haven't reached the GT3 field, yeah? More or less. Okay, we've got 2 cars coming up. Again, not too bad. This is going to be our first clump of traffic. So look, let's say 9.5 laps of clean air compared to the BMW getting 7. So we managed to get 2.5 laps more of clean air, and we didn't waste it because we didn't lose too much time. I think this lap was like 1.5 seconds we lost, so it wasn't that bad at all. And now, this is what I was saying, right? Look at the traffic. It's had a bit more time to spread out, okay? So this was okay. The Valkyrie was pretty good here. That was fine. See, the thing is here, no heavy traffic. It's not heavy. It's just very light. It's minimal time loss. From memory, it was like 1 second per lap I was losing in traffic, right? So it's not much at all. Compared to if you get those big clumps, that's like 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 seconds worth of time loss. See, look, it's quite simple. Bit of time loss there, not too bad. Still no big clumps, right? I'm going to fast forward a bit. Look, still no big clumps. We're getting up to a bit of a big clump of traffic in a second. It'll be coming up here, I think. Next lap. Yeah, because exactly, we're giving more time for the GT3 field to spread out, right? Lap 7, they're still clumped together, but lap I mean, we're here now, lap 13. We still haven't hit a big clump yet, have we? It's just been 1 or 2 random cars, right? Look at this, lap 13. It's still pretty easy. So we've gone 13 laps without hitting any big groups of traffic. But this is the first group. No, it's still pretty good, actually. Yeah, look, it's not too bad. 1 car. And you look here. So if you look here now, if I just go to the next car, we're just down the road. Even we get to lap 15. The car that hasn't pitted yet, because he lost so much time. So we're on lap 15 and we still haven't copped any big clumps of traffic. It's all been distributed, right? So if we go to the car in front, this is the guy that was just ahead of us when we pitted. So we pulled all that time. So I can't off the top of my head, I can't tell you how much time a pit stop was. Was it like, it was 15 seconds, I think, for the actual pit, and then the entry and the exit would have been about like what? 25 to 30 seconds or something like that. Maybe, yeah, 30 seconds. 45 seconds. We pulled 45 seconds because we avoided. There is a pace difference, obviously, as well. But the point is, we got all that open air and we maximized our time in open air, right? And we're just behind this guy. Like, think about how demoralizing that is for the car in front. He's like, this guy's pitted and now he's already behind me. Like, I'm screwed. I haven't even pitted yet, right? And he's not that, you can see, he's not that slow because he's still managing to stay ahead. I think I only caught him, I think he crashed, wasn't it? But he was still staying ahead. So his pace wasn't bad, right? So it's not like he was really slow and I caught the gap to him because he was a lot slower. See, I think this is our first big clump and it's not even that bad, right? It's lap 16. It's still not even that bad. You see, we've got a couple cars here. Again, they're still distributed. They're not fighting each other. So there's not like a roadblock. And now he's in the pits. That's P3, P2. And look at the gap, right? I want you to... Oh, I can't show you the gap. You have to look at the VOD, right? But so if you look at the difference now, he's done his pit stop, right? So he was P2. And he had, I remember it was an 18-second gap or something. Or no, when I came out the pits, he had a 23-second gap, I'm pretty sure. Vintner, right? So he's done his pit stop. We're at turn 1. I couldn't tell you how long the gap is here. So by the time he exits the pits, so he's exited the pits, we're in the S's already. That's like ooh. I'm going to say it's like a 13-second gap, maybe. Maybe 13-second gap. What do you reckon, roughly? Yeah, you guys, I couldn't tell you because there's no timer. It doesn't function. Oh, no, here. 19-second gap. Yeah. 19. So we went from being 20. When I came out of the pits, I'm pretty sure if I go to my pit stop here, it should be working now, right? If I go to the pit stop, let's look at the gap to P3. When I come out of the pits, yeah, 19.5. Let's have a look where he is. No, that can't be 19.5. He's at the hairpin already. No, that's wrong. It can't be. It's broken. Yeah, it's got it. The gap would have been like 25 seconds or something. 23, 25 seconds. So we went from being 23, let's just say 23 seconds. I think it was more. Let's just say 23 seconds behind to then come to this lap now. Lap 16. We'll go to Vintner. Pitted here. I think it's more. I think this is broken because it keeps saying 19.5. It's a lot. It's a big gap. So if you think about it, what is that, like a 40-second time gain or something? Because he copped so much traffic, like big clumps of traffic for like, was it like 4.5 laps straight? And this is where the undercut works, guys, right? You got to be smart about it. But if you're this guy, Lindholm, yeah, and you're in P1, don't do an undercut. There's no point. There's literally no point. You might as well Like, the only reason why I ended up 3 seconds behind him was because he crashed. Something happened to him here, I'm guessing. Because he was like 13 seconds ahead still. 40 seconds. So I had a 40. So I went from being 40 seconds. Can you see the gap when I leave? David, can you check the replay? See the gap when I leave, because this is broken. So we went from being 40 seconds behind Vintner, right? And then David will come back and tell us how many seconds we gained, right? So Lindholm, he's in P1. Don't pit. There's no point. If I was P2, right, and say it was like this, Lindholm is, 10 seconds in front. I'm P2. You might be able to undercut, but you're relying on Lindholm getting held up by the traffic heavily. Personally, I'd rather, if I'm P2, I'd rather just stay in front. I would rather not risk it, because think about it. If you're in P2, you go in the pit, say you're P2, you've got like a, I don't know, 15-second lead, whatever. You go in the pits, you come out, you're now behind all the slower hypercars as well. And then you have to fight them, and it's all time loss. There's no point. The best time to do an undercut is when you're locked in a fight with somebody or you're getting held up. That's when you do it, because then you get away from that roadblock, and then you get yourself more open, free air on track to then punch quick laps out and gain time, while the other guys are stuck behind roadblocks and they're fighting and they're getting all this time loss. You're maximizing your free air, right? That's where the undercut comes in. 40. So I was 40 seconds in front when I came out of the box. Is that what you're saying, David? So we gained 80 seconds of time. He did crash a couple times. I didn't crash, obviously. But you're telling me that we gained 80 seconds on this guy from the undercut. That is insane, man. That is so strong. The final thing I'll tell you, right, before we cut off, you got to be careful. You can't always do an undercut just cause. If this race was, say, what is it? In this race, it's 15 laps for one stint, a full stint, right? Say the race was going to go for 31 laps, right? Or let's just say, let's remove lift and coast. Let's just say you a full stint, it's double. Let's just say you last 15 laps for a full stint, right? And the race goes for 30 laps. You can't do the undercut, because that's going to screw your race over, right? Because you need to pit at lap 15 to then make it to the end with just one pit stop. So doing it then is not optimal, because then you're going to have to do a third pit stop. Because say you pit at lap 5, and then you have to pit at, you go 15 laps. Then you have to pit at lap, you pit at lap 5, you go back in again for 15 laps. Yeah, you're going to have to pit a third time, or a second time, sorry. And then you're going to lose all that time anyway. That's like 30 seconds gone. So you're not going to do it then. But in these one-stop races, if it's not full stints, you can be really clever with it, especially if you're stuck behind people. You can gain a lot of time from this, especially tracks like COTA, where you lose. It's because COTA is a very fast track, especially the S's. If you get caught behind even one GT3 car, that's 1 second of lap time gone already. If you get like 3-4 roadblocks, that's like, 7 to 8, maybe even 10 seconds gone in one lap. Think about how detrimental that is, right? So you want to try and analyze on the map where the traffic is, and try and extend the time before you reach that traffic, to give the traffic more time to spread out, so you don't get as many big clumps. Yeah, and that's how the undercut works. All right, guys, I think I've talked enough. I think the result speaks for itself. Let's have a look at what we gained, lost, and then we'll close the stream off. But that was really fun. I enjoyed that. I hope you guys found that helpful. It's just a little trick that you can put in your tool belt, right, to use in your races. Let's have a look at the result here. So we started P10. Yeah, P10, and we finished P2. Pretty good result. Yeah, we gained 8 positions from that. My pleasure, David. Anytime, brother. This one expected me to finish first, was it? I lost rank. Yeah, expected me to win. Okay, fair enough. But we didn't qualify. We tested the undercut strategy. It's fine. We gained a bit. Oh, and it was a big loss because we didn't. I don't like that qualifying counts in this. I'm not a fan of that personally. I think it should just be the race that counts towards driver rating. But yeah, whatever. Yeah, the result is it's a good result. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you got any questions about the COTA track guide or anything, as always, put them in the Coach Dave Academy Discord, or just send me a DM, or any of the Coach Dave Academy staff on Discord. Send them a DM as well, okay? Thank you so much for watching. It's been a great week with you guys, Imola and COTA today. Look after yourselves, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.